The second thing, you are living a lie. Kenya is a crime scene. Needs to be fenced off for investigations. There is nowhere where there is no theft of public funds. People are primitively acquiring even what they don't need. You go to Demki Kinani Road, allocated 1.78 billion Kenya shillings. A contractor has already been paid 238 million Kenya shillings. He is certified to be paid 456 million. But there is nothing except dust and desperation. You go to Ngong Sports Complex, allocated 168 million. Contractor already paid 50 million. Nothing but a benefit. Yesterday, I was in Makueni County. Ke Nunguni Road. Kazua Ke Nunguni Road. Allocated 362 million. A contractor already paid 255 million. And there is nothing that resembles a road. I went to Kilungu Dispensary, where 25 million of public funds has been spent and there is no KMTC, Kilungu KMTC. Thwake Dam, you keep talking about pending bills. And the argument I've been making is that pending bills is a manner and a style of looting public funds. Because explain to me, like a 2-year-old, why the contractor at Thwake Dam in Makueni County was paid an extra of 256 million Kenya shillings for late payment. Tulikuchelewesha kuongeza 256 million. You go to Garissa, Nuno Modogashe Road. That road, a contractor has been added 525 million out of nowhere. It is not a variation in the bill of quantities. It is not a change in the design of the road. That is why I'm telling you, Kenya is a crime scene. You go to e-Citizen, 15 billion Kenya shillings collected on e-Citizen. A whole treasury that we fund with public money cannot confirm or deny whether they have the 15 billion. Treasury is a crime scene. 12.5 billion Kenya shillings withdrawn from our treasury, apparently to buy shares at the Africa Trade and Development Bank and the Africa Exim Bank and Jamhuri Holdings in the name of Telcom. 12.5 billion withdrawn from treasury like pocket money and stolen by these criminals who are purporting to be leaders leading this nation. Meanwhile, as they are looting our public funds, they are primitively acquiring property that they don't need. I want to speak to our leaders today and tell them that it doesn't matter how many houses you own. Even if you have a house in Nairobi, another one in Mombasa, another one in Dubai, another one in Brussels in Belgium, and another one in Luxembourg, you can only sleep on one bed. And it is the Lord our God Almighty who provides sleep. And in this country, there will be no sleep for the wicked. Would you like to make a sense?
There is no way we're going to talk about a government that is not, executing its mandate, yet we are not capable of executing the mandate right here. We cannot tell them they are stealing, but right time.
The organizers of the event are the first people to talk about time. This event was supposed to begin at 2, right? Yes. I was here at 1:59. Yes. I waited till 3 for the event to begin. Now, this country, this country is a crime scene. We need to fence it off for investigations. Can you explain to me how the Ministry of Energy spent 1.4 million on an interview to look for an accountant and still did not find an accountant? 1.4 million on Italy. President William Ruto went to Morara Kigoma constituency to launch Ikumi Road. Kenya paid a contractor 1.4 million to set up a tent where the president will be showing today there is no road. Why should we spend public funds to launch a project? 2.5 billion Kenya shillings coming from the Hungary Exim Bank, supposed to build Kabonyo, Kanyagwa, fisheries and aquaculture. And to date, there is only a tombstone written His Excellency Dr. William Ruto. This country is a crime scene. Medical equipment meant for level 4 hospitals, budgeted corruption, Kenya shillings 3 billion. And to date, there is no equipment in any of those hospitals that were budgeted for, and the money is not there. You go to Babu Silali Jogamo project. This project is funded by the Germany Development Bank. A public officer who is not in jail took 17.9 million Kenya shillings and put in his private account to earn interest. In this same country that we live in, where comrades are struggling to pay fees, where JSS teachers have been lied to that we've set aside 18.7 billion to pay you. To teach our children, they are being paid 17,000 Kenya shillings. In this same country where public service commission interns, 25,000 of them are hanging in internship. I want to ask you, comrades, we are building a country that has no opportunities for you. And these incompetent people are very willing to ship you out to other countries to go build other countries instead of creating opportunities here. How many youth can go to work abroad? When we leave the old in our country, how will they build the country? Which president in his right mind ships off the most brilliant and energetic part of his population? He has a pet project called Housing Fund, Housing Program, which he says will create 160,000 jobs. Remember, these jobs are temporary. How affordable is the affordable housing? It is not affordable because a bed sitter costs 1.79 million Kenya shillings in Kenyatta housing program. How many of you can afford a bed sitter for 1.79 million? And how many of you would like to buy it in Kenyatta? Yesterday I was in Wote. Next to Wote, where they've already stolen public funds, they now want to build a housing program. Next to a housing program that they spent 2 billion Kenya shillings, where snakes live inside. They don't want to renovate that one, they want to build one which they are looting public funds. Let me tell you this. Corruption does not respect gender. It's synonymous to men or to women. Corruption does not respect age. We can have a young corrupt president. We can have a young corrupt government. So even as we speak about youth inclusion, we should think about integrity of the youth that hold leadership positions in our country. Because some of the people that have been a problem to our country in terms of corruption are young. The chairman of budget is young. These people who show opulence by stealing public funds, they are young. As I wind up, let me tell you this. We are passionate about changing our country. And we need to do it. But there's only one problem. I cannot do it alone. I need you. And you. Yes. And you. Yes. Even you. Yes. Oh, by the way, even you. Yes. Oh, even the one at the back. Yes. I need you. We are here. You don't have to have 100,000 followers. Your family members, your brother, your sister. During your date with your girlfriend, set aside 5 minutes to talk about bad governance and corruption in our country. Change begins with you. Arm yourself with the information, and we will change our country. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
right, thank you so much, Morara Kivaso. The next speaker is Supercharger. Once again, I will insist on the need for us to keep time, because as much as we say, hatuna haraka, tuko na haraka.
Spend a lot of time on analysis, but when I saw Morara Kivaso speak, I said perhaps I do not need to say anything because he has heavily articulated matters that touch on employment. Some of us were privileged to be the framers of this constitution that we have today. I was delegate number 463. I was delegate number 463 at the Bomas of Kenya. I was privileged to chair the technical working group on citizenship and the Bill of Rights at the Bomas, alongside the current governor of Embu County, Honorable Cecily Maria, who also happens to be my vice chair at the university. But all this stuff that Morara Kivaso has spoken about, they touch on integrity. They touch on integrity, which is about acting ethically. Acting ethically, that is what integrity is. And it is about acting with a responsibility in all dealings, even if there is nobody watching. That on your own you decide that you will be a person of integrity. There's a small meeting here that needs to finish because there seems to be some masali there that every guy is having to take a bite. Let them go out and share it out. That integrity is about prioritizing doing the right thing, at times without expecting any personal gain. And when some of us were writing the constitution at Bomas, we said that we were trying to cure the country of some of the ills that we have experienced as a country during the 24 years of noise. Part of it, which was under one party system, we decided to set aside a whole chapter. Hello? Yes. Chapter 6 of the Constitution? Yes. Chapter 6 of the Constitution is about integrity. Yes. And under that chapter, then together with Article 10 of the Constitution, that talks about human dignity, that talks about public participation, that talks about inclusivity, we were alive to the fact that if we did not write that chapter, then there will be no guidelines when we are selecting people in position of leadership. But because of the isms that we talked about, that we elect people because they are members of our clan. And that's why I like it when Kivaso says, we are part of the problem.